Hey everyone, what is happening? Well, we're almost done chapter 1, and we're talking about surface area of composite figures. Now, we've done cylinders, we've done rectangular prisms, we've done cubes, we've also done some triangles when we know the height, all right? And that's a right angle triangle, all right? So our goal right now is we're going to just step it up one more little bit, and we're going to be able to use Pythagoras to find the surface area of a triangle that's not a right triangle. All right. So when we have a right triangle, you can use Pythagoras. All right. So all we do, and we know this from class, we can label A, B, and our right angle is always C, and these correspond to little b, little a, and little c. And we use Pythagoras to find the length of any one of those when we know two of them. All right. So now that's easy when we've got a right angle triangle, but what if we don't? Well, let's go down. We're going to find the area of this triangle even though it's not a right angle triangle. All right. So what we're going to do is we know this is an equilateral triangle, so we know this side is 8 meters. We also know that this side is 8 meters. All right. And what we want to do is we want to break it down so that we can get a right triangle. So we're going to draw a line right down the middle, and all of a sudden we have a right triangle. And we can use Pythagoras to find the surface area of this. All right, so we need to find the height first, and then we're going to find the area. All right, so what we have here is we have the height, all right, and to find the surface area of a triangle, we go base times height divided by 2. My question, though, is how do we find that height? Well, let's draw another triangle that looks just like it. And it's a right triangle. And we know that this side is 8 meters. And now this side right here, well, it's not 8 meters. It's actually half. We cut that right down the middle and we get 4 meters. That's really important that we recognize that. All right. Now let's label our triangle, and we can have A and B and C. C is always at a right angle. It doesn't matter where A and B goes. All right, we're going to label, and we get little a here. We label, and we get little b here. And then now we have little c, which is our hypotenuse. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go and use Pythagoras. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And I always write down my formula so that I don't get mixed up. All right, and so now we know little a, which is 4 squared. We don't know b squared. And we know c squared is 8 squared. All right, so we do our math. 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16, plus b squared. And we get 8 times 8, which is 64. Now we need to get that b squared by itself. So we've got a positive 16 right here. And we're going to subtract 16 away from that to get 0. So minus 16. And whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. And we get, this goes to 0. And we're left with b squared equals 48. And our last step for Pythagoras is we're going to get rid of that square. So we're going to take the square root, and whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. We take the square root. And now 48 is very close to a perfect square of 49. So what we can do is we could use a benchmark, and we would get b equals 6.9 meters. All right. So now we have to go back here. We know this is 6.9 meters. We can put that back into our triangle here. All right. And now we're going to find the surface area of this triangle. So we go base, which is 8, times height, which is 6.9, divided by 2. And we're going to find our surface area. And we get 27.7 meters squared. All right. That's it for today. Have a good weekend.